Hello, everyone. Welcome or welcome back to the Venusian Light Tarot. So today we are here to do a pick a card intuitive reading. So this is going to be the topic of urgent messages from Spirit. So I like to do these every now and then just to kind of get some important messages that Spirit most wants you to know. So usually I do this as a scrying reading using the scrying ball here, but I've been guided to kind of just like open up and just be a clear channel. I may just close my eyes and just tune in. We may pull a few cards if I feel guided to, but I just want to open the energy flow and see what messages will come through. So it's going to be kind of like a channeled reading. There could be one main thing that comes up, or there could be several things. But yeah, we'll just go with it and see what comes through. So we have 3 groups here to choose from. Before we make our selection, let's go ahead and call in Spirit and set the intention. Okay, so Spirit, tune us in here, please, today to all of the souls who are here, who are present, who are tuning in here to this reading. So if you do feel drawn in any sort of way to the title, to the thumbnail, to one of these feathers, if it catches your eye, if it pops up on your timeline, it is timeless. So whenever you find it is the right time for you. And we'll set the intention that the right souls will be guided here today to this reading and that they will receive what they need to hear from this reading. Allow me to be an open and a clear channel. Okay, so group number 1, you are going to be the blue feather. Group number 2, you are going to be the orange feather. And group number 3, you are going to be the green feather. So take your time. You can pause the video if you need to. The timestamps are going to be down below in the description box. And whenever you're ready, we will jump into group number 1. Hello, group number 1. If you chose the blue feather, let's go ahead and see what we can pick up on and channel into here for you. Okay, so tune us in here, Spirit, to everyone who's present here, all of the souls who are guided to the blue feather. As I mentioned in the intro, I'm just going to kind of open up here and channel whatever will directly come from Spirit. So I will just take a second here to tap into the energy and just see what Spirit wants to say here. So what urgent messages do the viewers of group number 1 most need to know right now? Allow me now to be an open and a clear channel for everyone who's watching. Okay, so there's a message coming up right away here for you to call back your energy, call back your power, and to protect your peace. For some of you, I'm being shown that there are some sort of like energies around you which don't have anything to do with you. So maybe this is people in the environment talking about you. It doesn't have to be that, but it could just be that there's something going on around you. They're showing me this beautiful little path with like ladybugs actually like trailing the path. And there's something here about moving towards your higher abundance or moving towards a luckier path or a higher path. So if there's something for someone specifically that you're doing right now, or even if it's just in general, they really want you to like, it's almost like protect your path, protect your peace. It's like putting barriers around this like pathway that you're walking. So keep kind of your like sort of focus on the future, or keep your focus on what's important. There's something here I feel that could be attempting to sway you off of your path, or you're picking up on a lot of energies. For someone also kind of on that same note, there may be like a very specific idea that you have for something. They're showing me like a gem hidden at the bottom of the ocean. And I'm hearing for someone, this may just be very specific, but it could be like a very golden idea that you have for something. Or it's even, if it's not that for everyone, it could just be your energy or what you're offering to something. So where you're going with kind of your life path, or I'm seeing the Empress. So like some kind of like sacred energy, goddess energy that you have about you. They really want you here to like rise that up, like pull that energy upward So maybe even with the blue feather, to kind of express that outward, to show that into the world. Maybe it's speaking something, maybe it's publishing something, or following some sort of path with like the ladybugs. I'm also seeing goldfish, which can be a representation of good luck to me as well, material wealth, abundance. So if it resonates with some of you, you may need to, they keep showing me like people, or not people, but you like shutting the blinds. This feels like it's a metaphor. It's not actually, but it's almost like shut the blinds and put like a do not disturb sign on anything that's like disrupting your peace, or whether it's seen or unseen, I don't know, but something of like keep your ideas protected, keep them in like a hidden notebook kind of and tucked away, or keep your sort of sacred and precious energy to yourself. For someone, I'm also being shown that it is very important at the time that you're finding this to spend some extra time in self-care. Maybe some of you, I'm seeing, like to like read a book and just kind of, you know, like have some alone time. It could be taking like a bubble bath, whatever this is. For someone, I just heard gardening, but whatever like puts you in a place of peace, puts you in a place of like solitude. It feels like this will soon pass. Like it's not going to be this way forever, or it could just be like a temporary time for you to rest and to replenish yourself. And almost like I'm seeing waves like come back to you. It's like you send out energy, but then it comes back to you in a stronger way. So this feels like it's about like the energy exchange. They want you to receive kind of the energy that's being given back to you, but also replenish yourself, maybe with water. Ocean waves could also be healing if you can spend time near the ocean, or if you can listen to ocean waves even. Yeah, I'm hearing not every path leads you to your happiness, or not every path that's like looks like it's going somewhere will end up where you need to be. So there could even be like a divine detour. For some of you, there could be a rejection of a certain path that Spirit's taking you now into a different path. Could be something very specific for you, or it could just be like an adjustment of your energy, where Spirit could be rerouting you from like certain patterns or certain behaviors or certain things that you had been involved in, to reroute you to where you're actually like better off in. But if it resonates that there's been like an ending of something, a relationship or a job or something like that, it feels like you are being rerouted and detoured. But for a lot of you, I keep getting this like lush of abundance. They're showing me like a farm now with a lot of animals. That could be literal for some of you, but it feels more like it represents some kind of like abundance that you are worthy to receive, and that Spirit's trying to divinely guide you to right now. So if you are having troubles with it when it comes to abundance or finances, or feeling secure in the material world, they are helping to guide you there. But I do think it's important to kind of like let go of what doesn't serve you, they're saying, and to, I keep hearing follow the divine ideas, follow the divine path, but there's something specific about like ideas. And this may not make sense for all of you yet. For some, it could be this is going to start to like trickle in over the coming months or so. It's like little gems that are being kind of dropped for you to pick up. So maybe it's like little ideas that you have. Maybe it's steps that you're making towards like an outcome or a project or a goal. But it also feels like it could just be like when you're on, it's like when you're in alignment with the divine and with your highest potential, it kind of feels like things click into place, or there's a lot of synchronicities. There's a lot of like, guidance on that path. So follow kind of the little gems that are being handed to you or shown to you or given to you. Okay, I'm also being shown here that you have, they're showing me like a lot of spirits around you that are, I'm seeing like they're shoveling things that, again, they don't, it's something about a path that keep being shown. And it's like, if you could picture like a path that you're walking down, like we've seen, but then it's like there's things being shoveled outside of your path that if it piles up too much, it can kind of fall into your path or block you. So I feel like you have like helpers somehow spiritually that are helping to kind of like rid things that are external to you. So maybe this is, for some, I'm being shown this goes very deep into, they're kind of taking me down like I'm seeing an X-ray, and there's something about how like it's on I don't even know how I would really explain that, but there's something on like a soul level that is like being removed that has been blocking you. So it could be like subconscious limitations, or it could be past life cycles, something here that's being like shoveled away in the outskirts. But it's not that you even have to really worry yourself with it or concern yourself with it. I think that you have a lot of support right now in the like sort of spiritual realm that is giving you like a time to rest. It's like all you may need to do right now, or most of what you need to do, is kind of just to preserve and to protect your energy, and the rest of it is kind of being taken care of around you. Any other urgent messages for group number 1 that they need to know? Yeah, I'm seeing a tiger as well. And there's something about this tiger. Maybe that's a symbol for someone, but it's like the tiger is so, it's like it's taking up the whole energy. Like I'm just being shown this like huge tiger like in my mind, and it's like taking up all the space. So it's like a very protective animal for you right now. But there's something again about like protect your peace I keep getting. And it reminds me of a card from a tarot deck that I have, which shows a tiger. It's the 9 of Pentacles. So it could be about protecting your wealth, again, your abundance, your achievements that you're making up into this point, the goals that you have. And for some, that's going to be very literal, or that will make sense for you, because it could be like a business. It could be something at work that you're doing. It could be that there could be like jealousy about what it is that you offer to the world, especially when it comes to work and material success and what is going to lead that for you. So, and for some, again, it's like there's almost like a cycle that's been happening from like a past life, or something that has affected your finances even for some of you, or it's been like Spirit's really trying to help you to, maybe it's about your level of feeling worthy to receive this, or feeling worthy to, yeah, to like receive your abundance, or yeah. And for someone as well, they're referencing something about that tortoise and the hare tail. So for some, it's like it may not be a time to rush, or to, it's not that you need to force yourself to rush into a certain like project, or to kind of burn yourself out. It may be that you need to also be patient and allow things to kind of like unfold as well. So like a balance between like the work and the rest. But for someone, there's also an urgent message here that you have successfully, I'm hearing like slayed something that you have had a very hard time with for a long time. So maybe there's been, it could be a relationship, it could be some sort of cord that was attached to you, and it's like you have finalized that, or you're about to really wrap that up in a way that is very sealed and very final. And if you already have done that, I think this is what is catalyzing a lot of growth for you now to come. So let's just see if there's any additional information here with a few cards. Is there anything else that group number 1 needs to know? Urgent messages from Spirit. Yeah, for someone, there's definitely some advice here to, I'm hearing like, don't put it all, or don't do it all at once. So I don't know, that could be very specific. Maybe you have just taken on some sort of project or responsibility, and there's something of like, it's almost like don't overload the grocery cart or something, or like you don't have to have it overflowing, or you don't have to put everything in your cart all at once. whatever that means. So maybe it's like baby steps or spreading things out, not to overwork yourself. Yeah, see here we have protect yourself. That's what I was getting in the very beginning. And there's almost like a sense too, it may sound kind of weird, but I think for some of you, whenever you do feel that you have to overwork or overdo things, it actually could be because there's like fears being projected on you from other people, or like jealous eyes or something. And it almost like puts you in the mindset or the energy of being afraid that you're going to lose. So yeah, it's important to protect your energy and protect your peace here, especially when it comes to your finances. We have accept the truth, and we also have find the little joys. There could be some truths that are being shown to you, or about to be shown to you. Yeah, but I think here we have pamper yourself and follow your passion. And there's also something kind of on that same note, but like the more almost like soft, something about when you're feeling like when you're able to soften the energy within yourself, that's kind of when there's more available for you, like more energy for you to receive and to create. So that's where Spirit's referencing here a need to focus on self-care, at least for right now, or balance that out. We have successfully overcoming a problem. I'm hearing the answer is definitely yes. So I don't know, that could be for someone if you need, see here we have the broken bridge. So if there's been something that you are wondering here, if it's going to be fixed or repaired, or it feels like it has more to do with that Nine of Pentacles energy though. So maybe for some of you, it's like something specific in work, or an idea for your future, or it may be that there's something being, I don't know, like again, like it's being sort of orchestrated for you in the future here, but there's going to be like a yes to something. Let me see, is there anything else? For someone, there is a message here to try not to procrastinate. If you are procrastinating, or if you're putting things off, it feels like there's a difference between like resting and procrastinating is what they're saying. So, because it's almost like you already have whatever it is that you're wanting, or you've already attracted it, or you already have it. Something they keep showing with that Tiger and the Nine of Pentacles, like you've already like manifested it, or it's already yours. So that's what they're saying with like yes, that you are in the energy, or you're about to be in that energy to receive what you've been like asking for, mostly when it comes to this Pentacle realm. Yeah, see, they're saying solid foundation, success with effort. I'm hearing something about breathing new life into things. So maybe with this find the little joys, if someone here is moving, or if you've just moved into like a new home, it could be that this is going to be a really good like new beginning for you. You will find that there's going to be a renewed sense of passion and inspiration. Could also be to clean your space, clean your home, get yourself sort of like set up to be in the place where you feel inspired. But it feels this is like that Nine of Pentacles again. And it's in the center of the reading too, like that tiger I was seeing. So it's like if you keep, it's almost like you don't have, it's kind of strange because it's like you don't really have to do much more, but at the same time, there is something about not procrastinating. So it's almost like getting into the energy of just receiving and knowing your worth, kind of is what it feels like. Yes, we have get back to the basics. And at the bottom, we have take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. And that's what I was saying with this protect yourself here. For someone very specific, I was just going to say that. If there is something you're still holding on to, this even could be something not even related to finances, but it still could be affecting you. So it could be we have heartache over what you no longer have. So for some, it is about a relationship or something from the past. And it's almost like unknowingly, this has been leaking into your, it's almost like it's been like leaking into sort of your good luck kind of in a way, or like draining the vitality of your energy, but also something where it's affecting your finances. For others of you, maybe it is directly connected to your finances. So maybe it's something about a person who somehow is directly connected to your finances, or it could even be holding on to what didn't work before when it comes to like a previous cycle in a work setting or a job. It depends for everyone how that will be or how that will resonate, but it definitely feels like they are telling you here again that they're like trying to scoop out those outside things or those energies that are no longer yours to deal with, or your issue or your problem, and they want you to get back to basics here. And again, we see this here. So final card for group 1. Any other urgent messages that they need to hear? For someone, there's a message here, some guidance to exercise. If you've been not exercising, it could really help you to kind of get the energy moving in your body. Even just like moving your body in general, because I just noticed I'm kind of like moving my body. So it could be like dancing. It doesn't have to be like a boring exercise routine. It could be something of just doing something to kind of do new things, or dance, or just put some music on. There's just something of like find the happiness or find the joy. Just something of like reclaim that. Don't let that sort of slip away, or call back your power, call back your energy. For someone very specific, if you've had a dream, like a dream job, that could be that yes, that you will actually begin to create that. Or if you have like this long-term vision to open your own business or something, or you have some kind of dream future, they're saying here that that will be something that can be a part of your life, and they're supporting that. If you keep putting effort in, it will manifest. Okay, we have the seashell here. So something was coming up about the ocean before too. At the bottom, I am seeing we have the letter. I just heard, what are you worrying about? So there could be good news coming in, and Spirit saying there's nothing to worry about. So for some, that is going to be, there's several things coming up here with this new home. I mean, that could be that there's something that you're being approved for, or there's a yes. There's something about the word yes here. So there's maybe something very specific that you're waiting to hear back from, and there will be a yes. But for those of you, if it's not something that's about like a yes or an answer, it's just to say that there is good news in general coming in as you open yourself up here. But it does say the ongoing spiritual quest and the life and death cycle. So They're showing me this seashell being opened at the top, something with like the crown chakra as well, like allow in your good fortune or allow in your good news. Soften your heart to love. Soften. Because it feels like a lot of you have been through a lot, and there's something here about accepting kind of the cycles that we have to move through, this life and death cycle. So maybe there's something that you do have to come to terms with or come to acceptance with. But I will leave it here, group number 1. I hope that this was helpful for whoever it was for. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and don't forget to check out our Patreon community for extra exclusive readings. And I will talk to you all in the next reading. Take care and lots of love. Hello, group number 2. If you chose the orange feather, let's go ahead and see what we can pick up on and channel into for you. So as I mentioned in the intro, I'm just going to be opening up and channeling whatever I can pick up on. So we'll go into some cards near the end of the reading, but I'm just going to allow Spirit to speak through me and whatever is most needed for you to hear right now. Okay, so tune us in here, please, Spirit, to all of the souls who are here, who are present, anyone who is drawn to the orange feather. Allow me now to be an open and a clear channel for any urgent messages that you have for the viewers of group number 2. So allow me to open up and receive anything that you would like to tell them that is most urgent at this time about anything. Okay, so for someone, there's a message coming up here that Spirit really wants you to be a bit kinder to yourself right now. Maybe you're being very hard on yourself. Maybe you are doubting yourself. It almost feels like as I opened up here to this energy, I got this kind of like flood of anxiety, but it almost feels like it's something that is like circling around me. So for some of you, maybe you are... This feels like it's going to resonate a bit differently for everyone. Maybe some of you are overplaying a lot of like past things, or your mind is very overactive right now, or maybe you're questioning why somebody did something here, or you're questioning the intentions of someone, but it's almost like you're getting wrapped up into a whirlwind of too many thoughts or too much that's going on. And there's almost a feeling where... Yeah, for some of you, it's almost like they're showing me like you being, I'm hearing displaced, and it's almost like you've been knocked out of your own frame or something, or you've allowed that to somehow happen. I don't know if this is like a most recent thing that something has made that happen, or if it's been like an ongoing kind of struggle here. But Spirit is really asking for whoever group 2 is, there's an urgent message here to re-identify, or like kind of came up for group 1, but this feels like it's more about you like restructuring what you think of yourself somehow, or reclaiming the parts of yourself that you've almost like given away. Maybe some of you are, again, like doubting yourself, or you are... For some specifically, it's like you have a lot of people in your energy right now, though, and that could be what's influencing you. So if that is for a smaller group of you, maybe, or maybe just for one group of you, I don't know where this is coming from or who these people are, but I'm just being shown that there are maybe a lot of people somehow who are directly influencing you because they're in your life or speaking of you, or something is like circled around you when it comes to you picking up on the projections of other people. But if that's not the case, but it's kind of interesting because I'm being shown like a ping pong match, and I'm seeing like energy being exchanged. So I think for a lot of you, whether you know it or not, you are picking up on energy around you. It kind of feels a bit jumbled, this energy. Yeah, there's a lot here for group number 2, so it feels like it's bouncing around a bit all over the place, but I'm being shown bats here also, and there's a double message with that. For one, it's about, again, like discerning what is your own energy and what is coming from elsewhere or something or someone else. But on that same note, I do think that some of you might be receiving a lot of psychic information right now that is also very important for your journey and for your healing. So maybe there's either been like a leveling up somehow in what you're receiving spiritually and psychically. Maybe your dreams have been picking up, or it's just something that you're able to sort of like discern and pick up on many different, like, because they're telling me like how the frequencies sort of the echoes. So it's like you're able to pick up on the frequencies in the background. So it's a bit of a strange message here, but I do think that, and I feel like for those of you who are resonating with that and you feel that, there is an urgent message here to say that this will not last for much longer, or it's not going to be something that will affect you in the way that it is. So if some of you have been feeling negatively affected by this, maybe it's like taken you in this kind of like wormhole, or this, I was going to say, whirlwind of intense energies. It could be because of the retrogrades that are happening, or it could just be that whatever it is, though, it's like a temporary cloud, it's a temporary fog, and you will be able to come out of this. So you're not going to kind of sink into this permanently, or it's going to improve. And I'm hearing there's a hidden meaning behind it all. So this may be something that you are untangling step by step, but I do think that however this is going to resonate with you, there is something that Spirit's asking that you try to like find what is the meaning to it, or how can I maybe learn from this or grow from this, or how can I sort of dissect this, not to the point of like an obsession, because it feels like there's already a lot of thinking here going on, or picking up on energy, but more so maybe zooming out a bit and looking at it from like a different perspective, and what is the bigger picture of it, or the meaning of all of this. So I think that'll make sense for whoever it's for. But on a different note, I do think that there's also a message here that some of you may, it could be after this happens, you may almost be hit with this like this burst of inspiration, or maybe for others of you, there could even be like a hidden talent that's going to be coming out. So maybe whatever this is all about for you, whatever like catalyzes this, it could be that somehow you discover that, I don't know exactly what it is for everyone, but with the orange feather here too, it's helping to like open up some sort of dormant gift or multiple gifts. So for example, it may not be this way for everyone, but maybe some of you are just going to like kind of wake up one day and want to pursue like making jewelry or something, or just whatever it is. And it's almost like it's somehow been unlocked. But even if it's not connected to this first part of the message, there's still a message here for someone that it's time to kind of like, I'm just seeing someone like take out the colored pencils or take out the art supplies, and something of like dive into your magic, or dive into being creative or spicing things up. Okay, there's also a message here which probably goes back to the first part of the message. I'm being shown a pack of wolves, and they're coming up as protectors for you. So for some of you, you may have actual like friends that are sticking up for you right now or protecting you, but for most of you, it's like your soul family. And I don't know what they're protecting you from, but they're just there and they're protecting you. And you do have a lot of support here in that way. Maybe some of you just need to hear that. But there's a lot of stuff going on for you here, because I keep being taken like to all kinds of different energies, and now I'm also being shown something from like your childhood or things being triggered from childhood. So maybe you're just kind of processing a lot right now. But they keep wanting someone to know that this will pass. So maybe you're worried that there's something intense happening to you right now and it's going to be like this for a while, but it will pass. For someone, there's key information coming from your ancestors. Could possibly be connected to this whole message, really. Maybe something that, whatever this solution, but finding the hidden meaning behind something. Could almost be like there's a, can't quite pinpoint it, but like there's something from your ancestors that is coming up, that there's, if you explore maybe something with your ancestors, or if you look deeper into the pattern maybe of your family dynamic, or something with the soul family, something with family, there's a hidden message there for you. So your ancestors are definitely coming through, but for some it's like in a deeply healing way, or you're healing something quite profound right now. Maybe even like a lot of childhood things that are resurfacing, or if even if you don't know that, maybe there's something being triggered here from your inner child. Any other urgent messages for group number 2 that they need to hear right now? Yeah, so going back to the very first thing that came up, they really want you here, group number 2, if this resonates with you, to stop undervaluing yourself. You're underestimating and undervaluing yourself, and this all could wrap into maybe something that that is being brought up for you to heal from. That could be why, because I keep being shown these wolves just kind of looking at you, but it's in like a warm, inviting way. But also there's an intensity behind it too, because we do have to kind of like confront something. But yeah, for some of you, it's like your guides and your ancestors, they really want you to step into your full power, but more so take a deeper look at why you're so maybe hard on yourself, or if you've been feeling unkind to yourself, or if you've been like having a lot of insecurities come up, or maybe you've just been like doubting that you're capable of success, or you have been this, I don't know, this feels kind of like it's a deep thing though, so maybe it's been like an ongoing issue for you. And I think for some, with the artwork reference, maybe for someone specific, this is about this specific art that you create that you are feeling unworthy of. It doesn't have to be like art, like painting art. It could be whatever your personal like art is, or whatever you create in the world. Maybe you're downgrading it, or you're undervaluing its importance. But it also feels like tapping into that art, like more artistic or creative side of yourself, could sort of unleash whatever has been blocking you from feeling worthy. So maybe this can like help to open something up. So there is a specific person coming up in your energy who has been thinking a lot about you. And I feel like they're showing me a lock, and like it's almost like if we lock the two together. So it's like locking your energy with their energy. So maybe there's someone here that has been thinking a lot about you. What about this? There's something about like circling around. I don't know what this is. Maybe this ties into the first part, or the people around you, but there's something of like there's almost like a frustration here because something keeps circling around without landing. Maybe you're in some kind of frustrating cycle with someone that your energies are bouncing off of each other, energetically, maybe telepathically. But something feels very stuck about that. Because they're showing me now someone trying to light a match, but we can't kind of get that to light. So I don't know if maybe... I don't know, there's like a lot of delays coming up for you. But let me shuffle the cards here and see, because this feels a bit like it's a tangled sort of energy. But let's see if there's anything else, Spirit, that you want to add to this reading for group number 2, urgent messages. For someone, I'm hearing you may, it may be useful for you to write in a diary, I just heard. Yeah, we have purge and release, and we have the crown chakra. Again, they're saying there's a lot of energies floating around you, especially around the crown chakra. Yeah, we have wash away the old here. So you may be picking up on a lot, because it feels like that. Like you're picking up on almost, it's like you have antennas at the top of your head and you're like picking up on so many different signals right now. Could be that one person that came up, and then it's like there's other people, and then there's other things from like your past, and it's like there's just a lot to process. It's like a bit of an information overload or something. So I think Spirit's saying that journaling could also be helpful. I think that came up in the beginning about anxiety. So definitely if any of you have been feeling anxious or overwhelmed, or you've become aware that you've been taking on other people's energy, if you just journal, maybe just like openly journal whatever comes out of the pen, whatever you want to write. Or if you want to set like a journal prompt for something, just let it kind of out of your system. We have hold your head high. I just looked at the clock and it's 3:31, so it's obviously about to be 3:33. So 333 could be an angel number for you, because I feel like they wanted me to look at that to say that. We have stay wild and free. Yeah, we have remember your origin at the bottom. Yeah, and I know that won't be for everyone, but there's a specific message for someone, that something about like childhood or what happened to you in childhood, or maybe just, it doesn't have to be like it's a bad thing. It could just be that there's just something of like, don't forget, don't let things that are not your own problems or energy weigh you down. And I do think that a lot of you could resonate with being a starseed, and it's like there's something here. It just feels like you need to be set free in some sort of way. And in order to do that, they want you to release the old. And this really feels like it could be on a few different levels. For some of you, again, like journaling, maybe even like prompts about releasing the past or forgiveness, or maybe deeper kind of prompts about like your soul's origins, but something to do with like letting things go, letting heaviness go, so that you can almost like reclaim that free part of yourself that you've lost touch with. And anything that is attempting to affect that here. Yeah, explore your senses. And here we have this time to look into the mirror and take a deeper look. That's what came up earlier. So with this explore your senses, this does also, with the orange color, it's like the sacral chakra, any creative expression. For someone, I'm also getting, it's important right now, they're saying to build the foundation of yourself first. So I don't know if this is like before having a partner, or if it's that you've been having issues getting something off the ground or moving life forward in a particular direction. And there's some message here from Spirit to say that you have to kind of like have a foundation within yourself first. And I feel like for some, that could be a bit of like something that you don't want to look at or you don't want to hear. Because it does feel like it's very like tightly sort of woven together, all of this energy. But for some of you, if you have been having issues and it's like you don't really know where it's coming from, it may be because there's something that you have not built that firm foundation within yourself on. So it's kind of like things that are built on that collapse or end up in disappointment, or because it's kind of like a bit of a fragmented energy, I guess it is. There could be some fragments of yourself that you're being invited to gently explore. And I think for some, there could be, the key in that is something to do with exploring your senses. So again, like doing something creative, even if you don't want to like just journal in a regular kind of way. It could be maybe like an artistic kind of journal, or just paint whatever you feel in that moment, or something here feels like it needs to be expressed through senses and creative expressions. Okay, so we do have August, so that is when I'm filming this. It's about to be August, so it is timeless, but if it is in August, this could be especially, some of this is happening for you then. Yeah, we have taking a vacation, either physically or mentally. I'm hearing it's okay. It's okay if you need to take a vacation or take a bit of a rest. For someone very specific, you actually may feel like you need to take a rest from work. And obviously, take that where that applies. But there's something of like, it's okay if you need to do that. Or try to allow yourself, if it is okay for you to do that, then give yourself that permission that it's okay to do that. Maybe you feel like you're just too overwhelmed to kind of take on anything right now. And maybe August may be kind of difficult for some of you in that way, if you're finding it during that time. We have protection from a powerful friend. So I was referencing the wolves. So yeah, some of you may have a connection to wolves, dogs. There could be a specific dog in spirit, or maybe, yeah, maybe your own dog. If your dog is, if you have a dog, something is very protective about that dog. You have June. But this card here, I don't think all of the dates, they have different, or the months have different images. This one has angel wings. So I'm kind of seeing it that way too. Maybe something happened in June, but it looks like this is also, maybe somebody's name is June. Or something in June is protected. Take that what that means. We have something important, such as a new job or a raise. Tell me to get one. They're telling me to get one more of these, actually. We have romances in the air. Karma, you will reap what you have sown. It's like there's something big happening here, but it also feels like, let me just sit with this for a second. What is this message here? Karma, you will reap what you have sown. Yeah, something about like stay on track for right now, or stay, like be okay with where you are right now, or stay still with where you are now. Because it's like, I can't even remember what I picked up on now in the reading, because it felt like it was a little all over the place. But there's something about this, like if you stay on track, despite the complications of what you're going through or what you're picking up on. I'm seeing someone taking like a hammer and everything kind of breaks open or bursts. The universe is on your side, I'm hearing. So I don't know what that is, if that's something specific for some of you, or this is going to be something that happens in the future that we don't know what that is yet maybe, but it's almost like the universe, Spirit's really saying here, it's like a justice kind of energy. The universe is very much on your side to reveal something, to fix something in your favor that maybe you need to know is, it's almost like you deserve something here in return, or you need to know that somehow with this karma. So if you feel like the universe is not on your side in regards to a particular situation, maybe the truth will come out. This could go several different ways, because I was seeing something about like a two-faced friend here before at the bottom. So I don't know, maybe that's something very specific for someone. If there's been like a person, yeah, we have problems to be resolved. This is what I was seeing earlier. And a two-faced friend was here too. So if you do have something like that going on, I do think that the universe it's in your favor to either expose that individual or to reveal something about that. But if it's not about that for everyone, there's just a sense of really the universe really trying to work with you to resolve like what is owed to you somehow. But I can't really pinpoint what that means, but it just feels like, yeah, with hold your head high, like whatever it is that is going on, even if it's things that are happening in the background for you, hold your head high during this process and don't kind of like fall victim to whatever tries to drag you back down. Because it feels like you may have two like significant new beginnings coming in. One in romance and also here when it comes to work. But there is something specific that keeps creeping in here on the side, and I don't really know where that applies in the reading, and it may not be for everyone, but something about like you can't trust everyone. I feel like there could be one person, or maybe there's something that would make sense to someone if that's for you, that like be mindful of who you're giving your energy to or who you're trusting, that maybe you're not sure if they have your back or you're not sure if you can really trust them. And I think that Spirit may end up like kind of exposing or revealing that person. And if it is something that is very much out in the open, like you're very aware of that in terms of like someone has wronged you, you will receive your justice with that particular situation. But for others of you, it's more of like a background kind of thing, or some kind of like energy thief or something like that. Let's get one final message here for group number 2. Any urgent messages? Yeah, they really want you to sit something out. Here's your ancestors again coming up. So sit something out for a time being or temporarily, or even if it's just something of like egging you on energetically. Try not to give into that or give that attention. You'll know if that's for you. Could be specifically if you're watching in August. August will be a good time to connect with your ancestors. Also focus on money, focus on your stability. Again, with the firm foundation I was getting to, maybe even walking out in nature, making a routine to spend time in nature. Because I keep hearing that message, something about not everyone you can trust. And that's not to like be paranoid about it, but if you understand that, then that will be your message. So we have the red dress here. Yeah. So it does say, this is your moment. The momentum is rolling. And we have this romance and this new job here, or some kind of new job or raise. I'm hearing let this cycle through. And then as I heard that, they showed me this big door opening of like golden light. So let whatever this is cycle through that's happening right now, because it is going to be your moment. You will sort of like recapture the stage kind of, or there will be, it's like you're rising to the occasion, or you're being up leveled in many ways. So hold your head high. Some of you may even want to do things that allow you or help you to feel confident, especially if you feel like something has been taken from you, or you feel like you've been tested here spiritually. There's really a strong feeling of like this bold energy. Be bold. Maybe someone's wearing like animal prints or something, or red dress, or the color red. Something of like, remember your origin, remember who you are, and don't kind of shy away from being your bold self. But there also may be a moment that comes in, which will be kind of your moment, where you will receive this, you will reap what you have sown. And I do think that it is a big part of the work from your ancestors as well. But yeah, lastly, they're just going to repeat, if you do have something going on, like I mentioned, that is kind of testing you, or someone is energetically or maybe physically trying to affect you somehow, they really want you to be very silent, I keep hearing. So you don't need to say anything back to that person, or you don't need to energetically do anything at all. So it's not that you need to like fight back, or even like, it almost doesn't even feel like speaking up really. It feels kind of like something with silence, or just pull back when you're guided to. So yeah, I will leave it here. Group number 2. I hope that this was helpful for whoever it was for. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and don't forget to check out our Patreon community for extra exclusive readings. And I will talk to you all in the next reading. Take care and lots of love. Hello, group number 3. If you chose the green feather, let's go ahead and see what we can pick up on and channel into here for you. So as I mentioned in the intro, I'm just going to be opening up here to Spirit to allow the energy to flow. So allow Spirit to speak through me. So I will be pulling some cards near the end of the reading, but I'm just going to channel for this reading and just see what they want to talk about and what they want you to know. Okay, so tune us in here, Spirit, to all of the souls who are here, who are present, who are drawn to the green feather for group number 3. So allow me now to be an open and a clear channel. So what urgent messages does group number 3 need to know? What would you like them to know? What do you want to talk about for group number 3? Okay, so for some reason I'm hearing you are safe. And there's a thunderstorm rolling in if you hear the thunder. But they want you to know here that you are safe. So for you, group number 3, I'm getting a lot of, and that could be why the thunder is coming in too. I'm getting like a whole lot of like spirits that are all crowding in here to the reading to give you a sense of protection. For someone, there's a specific message here, urgently, almost it feels, that you are safe to explore the unknown, I'm getting, or you're safe to like move out of some kind of box that you've created. Maybe there's something here that feels, it's almost like I'm getting the energy has opened up a lot, or there's been like an open energy here compared to the other 2 groups. So I think that I'm hearing balance is restored. So I don't know what they mean by that exactly, but somehow there's been like a balance that's restored or about to be restored in your life. And I'm just being shown like they're showing me like something being like pumped to you almost. Like it's almost like asking what you need from the universe and it's kind of like given to you or handed to you. So it's like you have an endless supply. I don't know if maybe that's like an affirmation that you would like to use, or there's something here to do with like yeah, they're showing me like a rainforest now with like all of the birds chirping and all of the energy coming to life. So there's some kind of like balance restored. And for some of you specifically, this actually could be about your health. Or it feels like it's on multiple levels. It could be like your physical health, your emotional health, your spiritual health. There's a very positive feeling here of like knowing or needing to know that you are safe. And for some, I definitely do feel that. Of course, that will be very specific for someone. But if you do need to hear sort of like news from your spirit team that you are indeed safely or safe and taken care of here in a way that your energy levels and your just, yeah, like your vitals kind of are being restored. And this feels probably for most of you like a energetic kind of thing. But if you can resonate with it or relate it to some kind of physical health issue that you've been going through, of course, just take that if that resonates. There may be that being restored or you're moving into that direction. But for someone, I'm getting here that there's also an urgent message to say that now is the time to act. So if you've been like sitting on something, if you've been waiting on something, if you've been sitting back and not moving or not taking action towards something, it feels like now is definitely the time to act. And they really want to make that clear. And for some of you, it does have to do with almost like sitting. I'm seeing you like sitting up tall in like a circle of light. And I'm getting it's like you've been put there, you've been placed there, you've been kind of like elevated to that position. So with like the rainforest reference and the birds and like the animals coming to life, and the storm is coming in now. So it's like there's something of like the time of action is here. So maybe someone just needs to really hear that. I feel like there's a feeling as well, which kind of came up for all of the groups, but they want you to stay on track, stay on target. For some reason, I'm seeing you putting like sunglasses on and shielding yourself or protecting yourself. But I can definitely see this being a specific message for someone where you're wondering if you should make a certain investment right now, or you're wondering if now is the time with the green color here. It can be very practical too. So it could be something like that, that like, is the energy right to make this certain investment or to go down this certain path, which feels like it could be calling you or has the potential to push you into a higher up position. I'm getting here that the answer is yes, in the sense that it is time to do that. And I think that on a bit of a deeper level here too, for you, group number 3, some of you may have done enough work on something, or you've done enough healing on something. It almost feels like there's a level of completion here. And it's like after we complete something, it feels kind of like there's a bit of a silence before we receive the reward from that, or before we receive the abundance from that. So something about that, like you've entered into kind of like the safe zone. I don't know what that's going to mean for everyone, but they keep wanting to say that you've entered now into like the safe zone, but not in a way of like a comfort zone. It's more of like you are safe to proceed or to let go or to just move forward. For someone specific though, this actually could be, this feels like it could be like on a spiritual level. They're showing me here that if you have done some sort of ritual recently, or if you've done something to break some kind of curse, or it's like something can't, I'm being shown these hands trying to reach up here, but you're too high on the throne sort of, or like you've been put, like there's hands reaching out from beneath you, but they can't reach you anymore. They may have been able to like have a grasp on like your ankles or your feet before, but now they can't even reach you at all. They can't pull you down. So I don't know what that is, but something of like nothing can kind of touch you or reach you. So whatever you've done has worked, or just the position that you've arrived to. And they do want to almost like give you your props as well. And I feel like this is coming from your spirit team. It feels like maybe some of you have graduated with something. Maybe you've received an award, or you've graduated. But if not, this is like a spiritual graduation. I know this has been coming up recently. I think it was for one of the groups. So it's a similar energy here, where the urgent message here for you is just to say that there's something about like a nervous system reset too. So yeah, I don't know, you've done something, or it's safe to put, it's almost like for some of you, maybe, because it's something with this green here too. If it resonates with you, maybe it's like you've been in like a fight or flight mode for a long time, or you've been, maybe because of something specific, or just you've been really working on yourself when it comes to healing from the past. It's like you're safe to ground into your body, or to feel safe in your body. So maybe even something about relaxing, or giving yourself enough time to enjoy life, and also to, it's like you've already done that though. So it's not about like doing a lot of things to kind of like reset your nervous system, unless that resonates. It's almost like you've already done that, or it's okay to just now enjoy that. But if it resonates, this could be some guidance for some of you too. Any sort of like nervous system practices. Any other urgent messages here for group number 3? For someone specific, I'm being shown that you wrote something in like a diary or in a manifestation journal, and this is going to be something that will end up playing out as you have intended. Or there's a lot of things that you're manifesting with the green here too. Some of you actually do need to know that you have manifested this change, or you will see soon that these intentions that you've manifested will begin to come in. So I think for you, there's not really a whole lot of like urgent messages, because I think that you're already in like the right place. You seem to be very aligned right now. You seem to be in a good energy. So if you don't feel that, then maybe this is not the group for you. But it doesn't feel like there's anything like necessarily urgent to say for you, other than just keep moving forward, or just go with something that are safe to now proceed with. For someone, I'm hearing something about mythological creatures for some reason. There's almost something about like tapping into the magic that can now be opened up and created. And I don't know what that looks like for everyone, but there's almost like a feeling of next level experiences. But also, I think that if you are someone who this resonates as being more of like a spiritual reading, you may be ready to connect to new guides, like new energies spiritually that are here to assist you on your path. And it feels like they are going to be very profound experiences for you. For some of you, I'm getting like maybe you are ready to take on some kind of spiritual quest that you haven't been ready to do yet. It could be something with plant medicine I'm getting for someone, or it could be, if it's not that, it's just sort of traveling, you know, spiritually into different experiences, being ready to kind of, because it feels kind of like a very 5D sort of energy here. And they're showing me something as well about the timeline of your life from when you were a child to now. And again, like you've healed that to the point of where you're reaching now, or you've completed some kind of big cycle. It's hard to kind of put this into words, but it feels yeah. For someone, I feel like that could resonate, that maybe you've always wanted to like open up more deeply to spirit or to some specific spiritual path or route, and spirit's giving you that kind of like permission or something, or giving you that message that it's safe to do so. Let's just pull some cards and see if there's anything else here. It's an interesting reading. Anything else, Spirit, for group number 3? Urgent messages for them. Urgent messages for group number 3. We have declutter your thoughts. Do not give up yet. Connect with your ancestors. Be unapologetically yourself. And at the bottom, we do have appreciate the mystery of life. Yeah, it's kind of what I was getting to. It's like there's a bit of a mystery here of like embracing that mystery, or being safe to kind of explore the mysteries, find freedom. And it feels like in that kind of, you know, spiritual way, I'm hearing you've climbed yourself out of the hole. It's very interesting. Can you tell me a bit more, Spirit? Group number 3. We have success. Yeah, look, we have time to act. That's what I was saying. There's something about action, taking action. Do not give up. So, I don't know, take that where that applies. Something of, definitely for someone, I mean, it feels like there is a straightforward message here to say that, yes, please act on something that you've been really thinking of, or that you know is aligned for you. If it's not like one particular thing, it's just time to take action in life, kind of. It's time to be yourself, to just like proceed, to go forward. This lion is looking at the success card. For someone, I mean, for someone specific, it also could be that there's a part of yourself that you have just accepted, or you're about to come to an acceptance with like, this is who I am, or this is a part of myself that I am ready to reveal to the world or ready to follow this unique path of myself. So maybe it's taken a while for you to kind of like climb up from that, to feel ready for that. And maybe it's even spirit confirming, your spirit team confirming that the person or the soul that you are, or that you've evolved yourself to become, is worthy and is enough and is like the right, how to say, like it just feels like you're ready to unleash something that spirit's confirming that they want you to do. Yeah, and for some it really is some kind of new job or career path. I feel like that's probably going to be very specific for someone. Maybe you have really been thinking about this for a while, or you've been thinking that maybe it would require you to be a certain version of yourself first, or it's something that you've been waiting for kind of the right time to feel that you're ready for, but there's a clear yes for this. And specifically, even like when you find it, it could be when you find this reading, it is right now. I'm hearing do what feels right. You will be playing a different role. Yeah, they really want you to follow like your instincts, follow your intuition, do what feels right for you and not for anyone else. I'm hearing the proof is in the pudding. So I know I've heard that phrase before. I don't even really know what it means. The proof is in the pudding. We have karma, you will reap what you have sown. Unicorn. Yeah, I was getting that too. Something about mythological creatures here. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Yeah, so it's a highly like intuitive time. It's an intuitive reading for whoever this is for. Your intuition, also with the reference of like the birds, is almost a reflection of your intuition, of your subconscious. The birds chirping in the rainforest to say that we're all supporting you, but it's almost like it's a reflection of your intuition to say that the answers are being given to you. You're receiving answers directly from the universe. And I think with this, that I was seeing before, you being put on this like pedestal, it has something to do with like a role. I was getting that before too. I don't know what kind of role this is, but it's some kind of new role that you are equipped and ready for, and your intuition knows it. And any efforts that you've made to doubt that, or up until this point, they don't want you to doubt that. It feels like some of you with this declutter your thoughts may need to take a bit of a, I feel like you're already in a good place, but I mean, if you're doubting yourself on something that feels aligned to you, they want you to call into question your intuition versus your mind, your ego. What's the truth between the two? And your intuition obviously is going to be the right answer, because maybe there's like a lot of crowded thoughts that can come in to almost like talk you out of doing something that feels right for you, or a position kind of energetically that you've reached within yourself that comes in to doubt yourself. And this lion is almost wanting to get your attention in this reading, to say that the intuitive voice is already guiding you in the right direction, and it's very loud and clear when you listen to it. We have peace and harmony. At the bottom, we do have here firecracker, excitement, and we have good news. That's kind of what I was feeling in this reading. It feels like there's a lot of positivity coming in for you here, and there's a lot of like I just lost what I was going to say here, but let's get the final message here from this deck. Anything final to say for group number 3, urgent messages? It seems like there's a strong message here for someone though about like you've done enough within yourself, or you've reached far enough within who you have become to be. Maybe you've been, I'm seeing somebody like reading a lot of like self-help books or something. So if you have been really working on yourself, or even if it's not like in a way that looks like a traditional way of that, it just feels like you have the tools, or you have like the expertise, or you have you've just come far enough somehow. Any final message here for group number 3 that they need to hear? And I'm hearing too, if it's not for all of you, I was referencing a lot of like a spiritual position, but I'm getting like it's half and half. For some of you, it is something with that, but others of you, it's more of just like the energy that you naturally have and exude is preparing you for a role, like an actual more physical role, like a career path, a job, something that like your energy is just coming up in the reading to say that you've already like mastered that on some different timeline. So you're already that role, I hope that makes sense. Any final message here for group number 3? Okay, we have the lovebirds. Okay, sorry about that. My phone died right after I pulled that lovebirds card. And when I shuffled, I went to go charge my phone for a second. And when I shuffled the tea leaf deck, this did fly out. Spiritual guidance, protection from harm. So I'm hearing things will be balanced as they will. I feel like there's a reason that the phone died right after that card came out. One final message here, Spirit, for group number 3. One final message here that they need to know. Urgent messages here from Spirit for group number 3. We have butterfly. Deep inner transformation. Here we have the swan at the bottom. Yeah, it's like you're going on a new journey, I'm hearing. You're embarking on a new journey. And for some, I mean, we have this potion here at the bottom. So maybe there's something that is protected from you, and Spirit just wants you to know that. I don't know if that, I forgot if that came up in the reading or not, but something to where you are being protected and moved into your peace and harmony. There's something about peace here twice. So also choosing the path of peace for yourself. I'm hearing some things are not worth figuring out. So I don't know what this is, but something here that Spirit's saying is not worth figuring out or putting too much effort into. There is a sense of this appreciating the mystery of life. So maybe even this is a message for some of you to embrace very much of the energy of the unknown. And this even could be about letting go of control when it comes to figuring something out or asking an answer to something, and instead acting on the opportunities that are getting ready to present themselves to you and what could be possible here in the unknown here for you. They really do want someone. I'm being shown somebody sitting in like a sauna, and they're referencing like a lot of energies that are like almost sweating out of you. And they're showing this card here at the bottom. So I don't know if maybe you are like detoxing from a certain situation, or spirit has almost put you. Either you've already done this, or this is where you are now, or spirit's just saying that this is kind of what's up ahead for you. But it doesn't feel like the intensity of that is already behind you. It's more preparing for what new can come in, or preparing yourself for like after the detox effects, you feel lighter, you feel more open to explore. And that's kind of what's up ahead for your path. So it could just be like a deep journey of transformation that you're moving through. But there's something about this love. So either you're kind of, your love life is being divinely guided right now. Yeah, but I'll leave it here. I only charged my phone just a little bit to finish this reading. So I will leave the reading here. I hope that this could resonate with whoever it was for. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below. Don't forget to check out our Patreon community for extra exclusive readings. And I will talk to you all in the next reading. Take care and lots of love.